Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new Georgia Lottery $5 Fiery Forest ticket. This is part of the September 2024 series of tickets that came out this past Tuesday. And this one is a number match game, and this is part of a duo of tickets, Fiery Fours and then Icy Fives. So it is interesting that they put out two $5 tickets kind of side by side like this, but we do get to compare, so that'll be interesting. So this is a number match game, and then there are two symbols you can find. There is a 4x symbol for 4 times your prize, and then there is that $100 burst that if you can find, you win an instant $100. Now here on this page, we're looking at the prize structure and odds that the Georgia Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 3.27. And it does look like you can win anywhere from $5 up to $100,000. There's a couple things I don't like on this prize structure. The first thing is the low top prize. I mean, we're used to seeing $400,000, $500,000 on a $5 ticket. If they're gonna put a $100,000 prize as the top prize, I mean, the odds should be like 1 in 200,000, 1 in 300,000, something like that, not 1 in 1.2 million. So, super cheap move there by the Georgia Lottery. Then the other thing I don't like about the prize structure are the top 3 prizes. Nobody likes to win tickets. Nobody likes to break even. They've got 2 prizes that you have to wade through before you get to where you actually make money on this game. And then when you do, the first prize is the $8 prize, which nobody likes either. So there are 3 prizes that you have to wade through to get to like a double up. That to me, and I've always thought this, it's just a bad look. Even if it's a good ticket, this is just such a bad look here at the bottom of the prize structure. So I don't like those things. The rest of the prize structure looks fine. At least nothing jumps out at me. So we do need to talk about taxes. So in Georgia, for any prize over $5,000, they're automatically going to take out 29.75% in taxes. I don't view the tax money as part of the value of the game, and so that is going to affect how I view this top prize. So instead of $100,000, I'm going to view this as $70,250, which makes this even worse. I mean, you always have to consider, is there something good enough at the top to play for? You got to consider your wager, which in this case is $5. The top prize is $70,000, and your odds are 1 in 1.2 million. There's no way I would play this unless the rest of the prize structure just made this a crazy good ticket. This top prize is just so unenticing that I wouldn't waste my money on it. Now, with the adjusted prize amount, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 72 and 73%, and yeah, it's just low. I hate the $5 ticket category in almost every state because this is the amount or the category where they just rip you off so hard. They know that $5 is a convenient price point, and they have no problem just raking you over the coals and just like stealing your money like crazy. So I hate this category. You get taken advantage of so much in this category. Now, this is above the minimum, that the minimum 70% that we look for. So we will, compare this to other tickets as we go through the video. But we do need to mention that the 72% does include all of the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not a lot of people are going to be winning, which means very few people are going to see 72% payout on this game. And so what we want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning the top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $100 prize level. So again, I wouldn't waste my money on this ticket. I don't recommend that you play this ticket, but for those people who are playing it, when they do win on it, they're going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $5 and $100. And there is a split there at the $100 prize level. It's about 10 to 90. So only about 10% of these $100 prizes are going to fall here in the bottom of the prize structure where average folks are winning. The other 90% are going to join these other 2 prizes to make up the top 1% of prizes. Top 1% prizes are really difficult to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds, move that decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and you find out that only about 1 in every 327 tickets has a top 1% prize on it, which means you are in $1,635 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes, which means you have to hit the top prize in order to come. Basically, you have to hit the top prize to come out ahead on this. And I don't like these prize. Georgia is just trending towards all of these prize structures where the only prize where you can come out ahead is the top prize. They need to have some other significant prizes at the top of the prize structure, and they just don't. And so I don't like these prize structures. By the way, we just said you have to pay $1,635 on average to hit one of these top 1% prizes, and you're almost always going to hit a $100 prize for your top 1% prize. It's not enough. And so, yeah, just not a fan at all. Now, because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find out that the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 62 and 63%. This is an okay number. We look for a minimum of 60% payout for the bottom 99% of prizes on all tickets. This is going to feel like a pretty average ticket to most people because they're winning back a decent amount of their money even when they're losing on the game. Now here on this page, we're tracking the increases and decreases in Georgia $5 tickets. And so you can see the data point for Fiery Fours over here on the right side of this little line graph. So we did get an increase in value from the previous $5 ticket, the 20x the money special edition from last month. And you can see that, this is not one of the worst $5 tickets in Georgia. That's how much they rip you off on these $5 tickets, that you can have a $5 ticket at 72% payout, and it's still like one of the better $5 tickets that we have. It's really a shame. But it is. And if you play $5 tickets, this may be a good time to buy. I mean, I do usually mention that when you see an increase in value, you might want to buy a ticket. So you can say, hey, we like to see these increases in value. When you increase the value, we'll buy the tickets, with the hope of value continuing to increase. Now, if you are playing $5 tickets in Georgia, here in green, you see the best ticket in every column. So really the only $5 ticket that we have that's worth playing is this Fast 50s ticket. Had 77% payout. That's really strong for a $5 ticket. And you can see how much lower all the other $5 tickets are. So that's the one. However, it's going to be really tough to find because it's almost run its course. But that's the only one that I would buy. Now, if you're playing for odds, Scorching Hot Sevens has the best odds, but the overall payout's low. If you are a more conservative player and like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, Fast 50s has the most money at the bottom of the prize structure for average folks. And then if you're more of a high roller and like to win a little bit more money when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, $500 Cash Craze has the most money at the top. And then we are keeping track of top prizes over here as well if you're interested in that. Now here on this page, we're ranking Georgia $5 tickets based on overall payout. And you can see Fiery Fours. I'm complaining about it, but it is the 6th best $5 ticket that we've seen recently. And so, yeah, I mean, it just goes to show like how bad the $5 ticket category is. It's such a ripoff. And you can see Fast 50's best $5 ticket we've seen. The second best, that Georgia Lottery 30th anniversary ticket, 73% payout, but 73% is too low for a $5 ticket. Now here on this page, we are ranking based on the bottom 99% of prizes. Fiery Fours, again, like towards the top of the list in 8th place overall. So again, a pretty friendly ticket to the average, or at least average. It's going to feel like an average ticket to the people who are losing. So, it's a decent ticket for 99% of people who are playing it, but it's a bad ticket for the top. Like if you are a top 1% winner, you're not getting what you deserve. And so Georgia Lottery needs to fix that. Now here on this page, we are looking at the top 35 $5 tickets that we've reviewed on the channel. So we're reviewing 6 states tickets on the channel. And so you can see which states are represented here in the top 35 list. We've got Florida, California, Georgia, and Massachusetts. Texas and New York don't have any tickets on this list. And so Fiery Fours is here in 18th place overall. So what this says is that Georgia is competitive when it comes to at least 4 of the other states that we're looking at on the channel. But when we look here at what Massachusetts is doing, Massachusetts is the only state that has $5 ticket values where they should be, around 76%. And they regularly do that. And so kudos for Massachusetts for treating its customers fairly and not ripping them off too bad on these $5 tickets. Georgia needs to learn from Massachusetts and follow Massachusetts' example. However, the top $5 ticket we've reviewed came out of Georgia. It was the Fast 50s at 77% payout. And so we have to ask the question, if Georgia can do it one time, if they can put out a $5 ticket at 77% payout and make plenty of money doing it, then why are they putting out $5 tickets at 72% payout? That's over 5 full percentage points less than what they did on Fast 50s. And that's a huge amount of money when you think about how many tickets go into just one scratch game. One scratch game can easily have 10 million tickets that make up the game. Multiply that by the $5 price tag, and that's $50 million wrapped up in just one of these $5 scratch games. 5% of 50 million is $2.5 million that the Georgia Lottery is basically stealing from us with this Fiery Fours ticket. They don't have to hold back that much money. So why are they doing it? And why aren't they telling you? That's the big thing for me. Like, they don't reveal the payouts. So they're stealing your money. I think it's pretty plain. At least to me, it seems plain that they're stealing your money here. So I don't like to see scratchers get taken advantage of, but that's what the Georgia Lottery is doing with all of its $5 tickets with the exception of one. Now, here on this page are the top 36 tickets based on the bottom 99% payout. Let's see, 62, 63 was good enough to make this list. So here, Fiery Four is a little bit higher on the list in 8th place overall. So again, it's going to feel like a pretty decent ticket to the people who are losing on it. It's just not, if lightning strikes, you want to win a lot of money, and it's just not happening on this one. Now here on this page, this is to give a little bit more context as to how low the payout is on this. The best $2 ticket we've seen also came out of Georgia. It was Fast 20s, had 75% payout. That's almost 2.5% more than what you're getting from this $5 ticket. It doesn't make sense. This is backwards. Georgia Lottery set the bar here with this Fast 20s ticket. Every ticket that costs more than $2 should have more than 75% value in it. And so, if a ticket falls below this bar, I'm not touching it. And so that's the case with this Fiery Fours here. I wouldn't play it. Now here on this page, these are the top 36 tickets we've reviewed on the channel so far. There are no $5 tickets on this list, so hopefully maybe one day we can get one. But you can pause that and look at it if you would like. And then here on this page are the top 36 tickets based on the bottom 99% payout. And here, Georgia Lottery's Fast 50s ticket is on the top of the list, beating out all of the $20, $30, $50, $100 tickets. Very, very friendly ticket to the average player. So that's about it for this Georgia Lottery $5 Fiery Fours ticket. Even though it is one of the better $5 tickets in Georgia, I wouldn't touch it. I hate the $5 ticket category. It is such a ripoff. Georgia Lottery needs to do a better job, follow Massachusetts' example. Otherwise, just buy Massachusetts $5 tickets. Find a scratcher that you like from Massachusetts. And if you're really into $5 tickets, buy Massachusetts tickets, because there's no reason to buy a worse product, which is what we're getting in Georgia. So that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.